G'day, g'day, how are you? My name's Melissa and welcome back to Mel's Crafty Paper Place. Today I would just like to show you now what I'm doing with my kit that I have made my, divided up all my papers into my pages so that I can make as many layouts as I can with this kit. This is the kit that I'm using, is the Uniquely Creative Kit Club kit from March 2020, and it's called Tropical Dreams. It was designed by the Uniquely Creative team and it's really, really pretty. It's really pretty, and I think I might be able to get about maybe 7 or 8 layouts done, and not many cards, maybe just one card. Yeah, so this is the first layout that I want to scrap lift and do. So I have gotten together all my bits and pieces that I need for this layout. So these are all the pieces of paper, so my background and my ephemera. I've even cut my pieces of paper that I need for the back layering there. All my ephemera I've fussy cut as well, and I've got my photos, so it's pretty much nearly ready to go. I've just got to add a couple more little things and it's pretty much ready to go. So that's my first one. I go through and divide up all my paper before I start cutting any paper at all, because sometimes I may need the back, like this wood one. I needed, on the second page, I had to use the bottom half for another layout, and then I fussy cut all the embellishments, all the flowers out to embellish this page from the other half of that paper. So I had to be careful which way I cut it so that I could get my flowers that I needed. So I always just divide the pages first before I start cutting. So that's the first one. And then the next one is the one where I had to, this one where I had to use the bottom half of the wood grain. I used the top half to cut the embellishments for that, the first layout. So I have got that here. I am using, so this is the background page here. It lets you know what papers they've used there as well. So I do that, pop that one over the top, and then I have pulled, I haven't got my photos out yet for these ones, and then I've pulled all my embellishments that I've got a fussy cut for around everywhere. Sometimes I might just change them out because I did run out very quickly for embellishments. By nearly the third page I'd used everything, because everything has a lot of embellishment on it, so that's okay. So that's my second page. The third page will be of my daughter, which is this beautiful one here by Michelle. So I have got all the bits and pieces together for that one. So here they are here. So I've got my background paper, and I have got the little laser cut, the wood, which I will cut in half to put either side. I've got my photo, and then all my floral embellishments here. And this is where a lot of the creative cuts went on this layout. It is absolute chock-a-block, nearly uses all of the flowers. So that was okay though. It's really pretty, it's worth it. So that one. And then the fourth layout I'm going to do is, oh, my son's yelling at me through the back door. Hold on a tick. Yep. And will be this one here, which I've got to watercolor the flowers. So I've got my background, and I also found this die. I didn't think I had this die, the bubbles die that goes at the back, but I do. I found that, so I'll use that to go behind there and layer, and it's actually like matting the photo. So I'll mat the photo on that. I've got my photo, just got to watercolor and fussy cut my embellishments. So that would be really cool. I won't put that on there because I don't want to scratch. So I think that's 1, 2, 3. That's the fourth one. The fifth one, now I was starting to really stretch and have to use my imagination, to get the next layouts done. So this one here by Tara McLean, I think I want to do this one, but I think I have enough embellishments. I think I may have to change out a few. I did have the piece of background paper and also the strip that goes across the middle, and I had some of the embellishments. Some I may need to fussy cut as well, but that's okay. Like, I don't have a banner, but I might be able to find one or get something out of my stash to pop down there as well. You can always bring stuff in, can't you? We've always got stuff in our stash that we can use. And I've got the muslin there that goes behind the photo as well. So I've got that. I cut an extra piece which will go behind the top and the bottom as well. So that's all there. I just got to get my photo out for that one. So that's all. That's number 5, wasn't it, I think? Then the next one, which I've got everything together. I did change this one a little bit to use the paper because I had a lot of paper left, but no embellishments. So I've changed up a bit to help use some paper. This beautiful one, another one by Tara McLean. This is absolutely gorgeous, but I think this is done fussy cut out with a knife, and there is no way I have that kind of skill. And I absolutely love the colour in this paper, so I'm just going to use the whole paper as it is because I think it's gorgeous. And then I'm just going to layer up a little bit like Tara has here, and I've got all those embellishments there. I'm probably going to change out a couple because I've used this piece here on another layout, on my first layout. So I'm thinking I might fussy cut this little bottle with the seashells in it and place that there because I really like this and I've been wanting to use it, and I think that will sit nicely there. And I got seahorse, got everything else, and then the flowers I will just pop on at the last. So that's there, that's that one, and used another piece of paper, so I think that's layout 6. Now the next one is a use your imagination one because I had paper left. I'm going to use this one here, this piece of paper, which is the back side of the wiggly sea stripes. Really love the colours in this, they're gorgeous. So what I'm going to do with this one is just pop my photo probably around about here or here and the title, and then I'm just going to watercolour the second sheet of cut parts there and use them as embellishments on the flowers and kind of make it a diagonal layout. So that will be the next one. I'll do that one. I did pop the caravans in there, but I don't think I'm going to use them, but I might just stick them in and lay flowers over the top just to use them because we don't have caravans, we don't go caravanning, so that's cool. Then the last one, went out on a stretch on a limb for this one as well to try and use some of the stuff up. This one here, so what I did for this one here is I've got my last piece of white cardstock, which I might change out because this is actually watercolour cardstock. I might change it out just for a normal piece of white cardstock. Then I had this piece left here, which is the background, but the seashells is the back of this one. So what I did was I kind of gently folded it in half and ripped down, and then I'm going to take that piece from there, flip it and put it on the bottom and flip the bottom to the top, and they're a little bit upside down, the shells, but not too bad because they're all facing different ways. So I might do that. And I'll put that on a white piece of cardstock to hold it all together. So I think I can get away with that. I didn't have any more laser cut fence left. So I have a die, which is a fence, a wonky fence from another beach inspired kit from Uniquely Creative. So I'm going to use that for either side. Flowers, I may have some of my watercolour ones left over. Otherwise, I will have to fussy cut some. Don't know where from. Oh, hang on. Yes, I do. I'm going to fussy cut from this sheet because I have this sheet left to fussy cut. So maybe I will again use some of these for layering behind and fussy cut some flowers for embellishments here. And the anchor, I'm going to use the anchor from here for down the side here. I don't have the tree. I may use something else, who knows. I'll work that out when I get there. So that's, and then that's the that funny stuff behind it, which pulls apart, looks like a net. It's really cool. So that's the last layout. Now I did have a couple of pages left, pieces of paper left. I'm going to make one card, which is what I'm using the tree for, and the cruise and that, and the caravan for a friend who does go caravanning. And I'm going to use, so the three, I had 3 pages left, 3 full-size pages, 2 the same. Can't believe I've got both of these left, but I love the colours, but I just didn't really need them. So I looked at putting them with my other kits, but they're not really going, so I might put these with my Pink Fresh Studio, what is it called, the Little Lovely or a Little Bit of Lovely or something. It's all these colours, so I might pop that in there because they're gorgeous, but I can use this side instead of the seaside or whatever. I'm not really worried. Or even there's some, I think some other kits that I've got that are these beautiful colours. Just whatever it goes with best, I will pop it with, whether it be Cocoa Vanilla, maybe even a Paige Evans one, because she uses these colours sometimes. So whichever one, I'll just pop it in there, whichever one it sits best with. So there's 2 pages there. And this is the last page, which I'll be using for the card as well. And there's cutouts on there, which I'll probably use for some of the layouts as well. So I'll probably end up using all of this one. Fussy cutting all of these little embellishments to use. I worked out the vitamin C. I need vitamin C. I hadn't seen that before. That makes more sense to me, the name of that page now. But the little caravan and palm trees will get used on the card. Now what else did I have left over? I think the only other thing, this. I'm probably going to throw this in the bin. It's just shedding everywhere, and I've got some other better burlap, so I'm just going to pop that one in the bin. It's kind of creeping me out a little bit, so I'm just going to toss it down there. It's kind of shedding everywhere all the time. It's just making such a mess. So that's where I'm at too. So what I'll do now is I'm going to get the rest of my photos ready and then start creating. Make sure I probably do all the fussy cutting. I will try and record some of my process, like putting it together, and try to remember to turn the camera on, and hopefully have a quiet spot where the kids aren't, you know, coming in every 2 seconds. But yeah, so I didn't have much left at all in embellishments. I've got these. I'll just pull these down, you can see them, which I'll probably end up just, I'll have these on the side, these words. I've got to fussy cut my little starfish, and I'll probably just tuck them in as I'm going along as well. That's pretty much all I've got left. I don't have much left at all. Just some words and little tags, but I reckon I'll just keep tucking them in on the appropriate photo. Everything else is being used, so I'm not going to have many flowers left either. I think all those are accounted for. And also the wood veneer, I'll be popping that on every layout so it all gets used. I actually have some other wood veneer from Kaisercraft, which I may bring in as well, some shells and stuff, just to help fill in those little blank spots. But for the moment, so what I'll do is I'll go away and do that, and then I'll come back to you shortly with the 3rd video. Thank you for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. I hope you are getting some time to do spend some time in your craft room as well. We've got some rainy weather here again today, so perfect time for scrapbooking. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. See you.